So we are the Group 2 and we're here to present and demonstrate the Arduino Project 3, the traffic light. Before we start, here are the Group 2 members. First, the leader, Josh Valerie B. Palercuna, who assigned the introduction and explanation of Arduino, procedure and instructions. Second, John Cedric Lahato, who will tell us the materials we're gonna use and need for this project. Third, Ashik made Asinawi. He will explain to us our source code to run this Arduino project. Also, Christian Balwardo will also explain to us our source code for this project. What is the traffic light in Arduino? The traffic light in Arduino is a project where an Arduino controls three LEDs, red, yellow, and green. To simulate the operation is programmed to turn each LED on and off at specific intervals, mimicking the traffic light behavior.
Good day everyone. Here are the materials or components in AP3 traffic light. First, Uno R3 acts the microcontroller to control the flow of current to provide the power of the LED. It can be programmed to turn the LED on and off or perform the other tasks. Next, breadboard, a platform used to build and test the circuit without soldering. It helps connect all the components in a reusable way. Next is 14 pieces jumper cables. The components on the breadboard or between the Arduino and breadboard allowing the current to flow through the circuit. Next is 6 pieces 220R resistor. Limits the current flowing through the LED to prevent it from burning out. The resistor helps maintain safe current levels. Next is 5 pieces 5mm LED, the light emitting diode that glows when electricity flows through it. It converts electrical energy into light. Next, and the last is button. The push button is used as an input device that allows the user to trigger actions when pressed. It acts as a simple on and off switch where pressing.
Instruction for traffic light Arduino Project 3. Step 1. Place all LEDs on the breadboard. Number 1. Place car red LED on D27 to D28. Place the car yellow LED on D23 to D24. Place the car green LED on D20 to D21. And place the pedestrian red LED on D5 to D6. Also the pedestrian green LED on D2 to D3. Step 2. Place the push button on breadboard. Place the push button across the breadboard, connecting E12 to 14 on side and F12 to F14 on the other side. Step 3. Place all resistor on breadboard. In car red LED, place all resistor between E28 and G28. E24 to G24 for car yellow LED. E21 to G20 for car green LED. E6 to G6 for pedestrian red LED. E3 to G3 for pedestrian green LED. And for the push button, connect one side of resistor from J14 to the positive rail. Step 4. Connect jumper cables on the breadboard. In current LED, connect black jumper wire from J28 to the negative rail. Connect black jumper wire from J24 to the negative rail as well. The black jumper wire for J21 to the negative rail. And on the pedestrian red LED, connect a white jumper wire from J6 to the negative rail. And also connect the other white cable wire from J3 to the negative rail. And for the push button, connect red jumper wire from J12 to the negative rail. Step 5. Connect jumper cable to the Arduino pins. In infrared LED, connect a red jumper wire from E27 to pin 12 on the Arduino. For yellow LED, connect white jumper wire from E23 to pin 11 on the Arduino. For green LED, green jumper wire from E20 to pin 10. For the pedestrian red LED, connect red jumper wire from E5 to pin 9 and ped green LED connect green jumper wire from E2 to pin 8 on the Arduino. And black jumper wire from H14 to pin 7 for push button in Arduino. Step 6. And for the power source, connect red jumper wire from positive rail to GND and connect blue jumper wire from negative rail to 5V of the Arduino.
Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to explain you how our traffic light system with the pedestrian crossing code in Arduino works. We'll be using multiple LED to simulate both the traffic lights and the pedestrian signal, and also a push button to control when the pedestrian lights turns green. The first part of our code is setting up variables. For the traffic lights and the pedestrian lights, we have 5 LED in total: red, yellow, and green LEDs for the traffic lights, pedestrian red and the green LED for the pedestrian crossing. We also have variable called cross time, which is set to 500 milliseconds, in short, 5 seconds, represent the time pedestrian have to cross. Next, we declare the push button. The pedestrian will press to cross the road. Here, push button is set to pin 7, where we'll connect the physical button with push button will store whether the button has been pressed equivalent to number 1 or not to 0. Now let's move on to the setup function. This function runs once when the Arduino starts in this part. We set all the LED to output mode so they can send signal to control the light. Set the push button to input mode as it will receive signal when pressed. Initially, when we turn all the light on using digital write, this ensures the LED are working, but will control their on or off state in this loop. Now let's take a look at the loop function, which run continuously to control the traffic light and pedestrian light system. We use digital read push button to check if the pedestrian has pressed the button. If the button is pressed, it returns to number 1. The system will start the sequence; if not, the LED remains off. If the button isn't pressed with push button equals 0, we turn off all the LEDs. This ensures that has no light are on if the button hasn't been activated. When we press the button, read push button equals 1, it makes the traffic lights changes. First, the traffic light turns green for cars, and the pedestrian light turns red for people. We wait for 1.5 seconds. Then, the traffic light changes to yellow to tell cars to slow down, and the green light goes off. After that, the traffic light turns green and the pedestrian light turns green so people can cross the street safely. We wait again for 1.5 seconds and finally everything goes back to the beginning with the green lights for cars and the red lights for people. And this keep going around and around. To summarize all of this code makes the simple traffic light that help people cross the street safely. When someone presses a button, the light turns red for cars so people can walk across the street. After a little while, the light goes back to the green for cars and red for people so everything can start over again. Then,